Good evening, and thank you so much, everyone, for joining our Beginner's Guide to Biohacking. My name is Karen Murphy, and I am a nutrigenomics and biohacking educator. I've been a part of this incredible company and community for over 4 years now, and it is my absolute passion and privilege to be able to share with you something that is changing literally tens of thousands of lives. And being part of this movement, as you could say, has been one of the most exciting and life-changing experiences that I've had the privilege of being a part of for these past few years. So tonight, I'm going to give you some of the most effective and simplest ways that you can begin your biohacking journey. I'm going to teach you how you can turn on your body's own survival genes so that you can sleep better, have more energy all day long, feel better, and look better. Not only that, if that's something that interests you, then you might be interested in how you can biohack a business with a side hustle into this community. So let's get started. First, I want to share a little bit about my journey and what brought me into this community. So just over 4 years ago, I became a mum to this little girl, Sophie. And I thought that when I became a mum, that would all be well and good, and I would go back into my 9-to-5 accounting job after my maternity leave. Well, that isn't what I wanted to do. When I became a mum, I actually realized how important and precious time was with my daughter. And I knew that there was a big influence because my mum actually left my family just before I started high school. And I had a lot of, I guess, mum guilt around not wanting my daughter to miss out on that precious time with her mum and for me to miss out on that time with my daughter. I absolutely dreaded the idea of having to go back into my accounting cubicle where I would do tax returns and financial statements to make a boss money who was only paying me just enough to keep me there. And then I would have to also put my daughter into childcare. And that thought terrified me. I realized that if I didn't make a decision to get out of that environment, then I would be looking back in 20 to 30 years' time going, where did that time go? So I looked for a way out of that cubicle 9-to-5 job. And that's when I found out about this biohacking opportunity. My sister-in-law actually invited me to take a look at what you're about to see tonight. And it blew my mind. I thought, why does not everyone know about this? And the fact that I could actually build a business that could be sustainable long-term and that I could actually pass on to my daughter, it was a win-win situation. So that was over 4 years ago. Since making that decision, my life has completely changed. My health has dramatically improved, not only my health, but my family's health, even my dog's health, because he's a biohacking dog. I've had the opportunity to travel to America 3 times. I've had free trips in Australia, as well as a free trip last year to the Bahamas that I got to take my fiance on. I've been able to impact hundreds and hundreds of lives, all because I made a decision to change the path that I was on. And so that's why I am really passionate, because I know that if you are feeling like you're stuck in life and that you want more out of it, then you are in the right place. Whether you are looking for some sort of way to have freedom, more finances, or you're just wanting to find a way to enhance your health, then I believe we do have a solution for you. So I want to go right back to the beginning of where this whole biohacking community started. And so it started with our company called LifeVantage, which was founded back in 2003. And it all started with one little yellow pill. It was this product that had some significant health claims behind it and some studies. And a news team in America heard about it. And they wanted to dig up the dirt and try and discredit and disprove the claims the company was making. And so in 2005, a news team went and did an investigation. The incredible thing is the news reporter, his testing, he actually trialed the product, got his own blood testing done, And his test came back better than what the company was claiming. It was an all positive investigation, and it absolutely exploded throughout America. $5 million in orders came in virtually overnight. Stock went through the roof. The problem was, LifeVantage was a little biotech company run by scientists who normally did around $2 to $3 million in orders a year. So they didn't have the infrastructure, they didn't have the sales team or the marketing, they didn't even have the product to fulfill all those orders. And so it kind of fizzled out. And so for the next few years, the company put this little yellow pill on retail shelves like nutrition and vitamin stores. Unfortunately, this breakthrough, it can't be explained on a bottle's label. And, you know, the store retail people, they're not going to stand there and talk about this breakthrough science with each customer. So nobody took any notice of it, and the company almost went bankrupt. It was in 2009 that the company decided to get a marketing expert in, and that expert recommended they look at a person-to-person retail marketing model, and that was network marketing or direct sales. The company did not like that idea. There's a lot of stigma around the industry, and they thought that retail sales would be the best way to do it. But it obviously wasn't working because the company wasn't making any sales. So they trialed the direct sales approach, the person-to-person word of mouth, and it absolutely blew the market away. It outsold the retail by at least 300% in just a couple of months. So it was in 2009 that LifeVantage went into the network marketing industry. And because of that decision, I am forever grateful, because the company was able to go from that $2 to $3 million a year to now being over $200 million a year in sales, and we're impacting over 80,000 people worldwide. And because of network marketing, I've been able to create a business, be able to get out of that 9-to-5 job and impact so many other people and give them the potential that we never would have had if this stayed on those retail shelves. So that was the very beginning. If you've not seen the ABC News report, please drop a comment in the chat or get back in touch with who invited you to take a look at this, and they will be able to share with you that news report for you to watch. It's absolutely mind-blowing. So LifeVantage are leaders in biohacking. It's something that is beneficial for everybody, and we are educating you on how you can take control of your own biology using natural resources, which is absolutely important for both ourselves but also the environment today. So where do we start? Our first biohack I want to talk to you about is how you can reduce oxidative stress. So all the biohacking tips I'm going to give you is to do with your cellular health. We're getting right to the root cause of how you can feel your very best. So have you heard of oxidative stress? Well, let's take a look at these apples. Over time, when they sit out and they are exposed to the environment, they start to break down. Given long enough, they get all mushy and just completely deteriorated. Well, the same thing is actually happening at our cell level. So we start with a normal healthy cell, but then there's oxidization and an attack which is done by free radicals in your body. And that then leads to the breaking down and destruction of your cells, which is called oxidative stress. So what exactly causes oxidative stress? Well, I can tell you it is just about everything. Things in your environment. We're talking about pollution, Wi-Fi, the air that you're breathing, nutritional. The food that you are eating is a big one. That's a big one, especially in today's world where there's actually a deficiency of vitamins and nutrients in the fruit and veggies that we're eating, not to mention all of the chemicals and pesticides and additives and preservatives that are in our food. Then there's the physical stresses, like high-level athletes or people that don't do any exercise, plus emotional stress. This is a big deal right now in society, people have family stress, financial stress, stress from their jobs, stress from their relationships. Stress is everywhere. We are living in an environment that is full of things that are causing oxidative stress. But why is it important to reduce oxidative stress? Well, it's because it's linked to more than 200 diseases, and your oxidative stress is something that increases as you age, and it is actually making people feel like they are aging a lot faster. Symptoms of oxidative stress are fatigue, reduced concentration or brain fog, your skin aging, and then we get into the serious oxidative stress issues. Studied and proven illnesses and diseases, just some of them are listed here, but if you think of any sort of inflammation related issue, any sort of arthritis, cancers, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, diabetes, autism, heart related issues, eye related issues, you name it, if you've heard of an illness or a health related issue, more than likely it is linked to oxidative stress. Because at the very root cause, if your cells are not healthy over time, that's going to lead to some chronic illness issues. So how much oxidative stress do we have? This is actually a lot of numbers. So our body is made up of 37.2 trillion cells. That's a lot of cells that make up the human body. And we potentially have millions of free radicals in each cell. So that's around, I can't even remember the exact word. I think it's 3.72 quintillion free radicals. I've never even heard of that number before, and I was an accountant, okay? It's a lot of free radicals that are going around creating havoc and cellular destruction. So how can we reduce oxidative stress? It's so simple. We want to reduce free radicals, and we do that by increasing antioxidants. But the best way is to do it naturally. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of synthetic, and there are a lot of, you know, pharmaceutical companies that are trying to create synthetic antioxidant protection. But the best way is absolutely naturally to help your body do what it's designed to do. So what is the best way? Well, you can eat those direct antioxidants, you know, blueberries, vitamin C's. The problem with that is a direct antioxidant that you consume, it will only neutralize one of those free radicals for every one antioxidant molecule. And to give you an idea, in one punnet of blueberries, there's only about 6,000 antioxidant molecules. Okay, if you go back to that big number, that 372 quintillion, you're going to have to eat a lot of blueberries to make even a scratch on the impact of free radicals in your body. However, what we know is the best way is with Nrf2 activation, and that's where you use natural processes and natural compounds to turn on your body's own production of antioxidants, which are your survival genes. This is our little yellow pill, which was studied by the news team in the US, and it's called Protandim Nrf2. This is the world's first and only proven and natural Nrf2 activator. So when you take it, it's got this incredible blend of ingredients, 5 natural ingredients that turns your body's Nrf2 pathway on. And that Nrf2 pathway then sends out signals to the antioxidants to create more and more and more at a rate of millions, okay, millions at a time. And because of this powerful blend, it is actually proven in a study in the US that Protandim Nrf2 reduces oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days in everybody that was studied. That's absolutely incredible. When you know how powerful oxidative stress is to your health, and that you can reduce that significantly in just 30 days, this is a game changer for everybody. Not only has it been proven to reduce oxidative stress, In a federal funded study by the National Institute of Aging, it was the only natural supplement that was proven to extend median lifespan by 7%. So, you know, if you're thinking of a human lifespan, that's another 5 to 8 years of quality, healthy life. That's amazing. In Australia, it's also got TGA certification and it's BSCG approved, meaning elites and Olympic level athletes can take it. I love all of the ingredients: turmeric, milk thistle, green tea, ashwagandha, and bacopa. They have been used for centuries for their own incredible health and healing properties. But I want to show you this, which is actually what we call the synergistic property of Protandim. It's where the specific quantity of each ingredient put into its tablet form makes it 1800% more powerful than if you are to take those ingredients on their own. And that is what makes it so effective in reducing oxidative stress. I also want to quickly talk about the master antioxidant in your body called glutathione. So you've got a whole heap of different antioxidant enzymes in your body, but the most potent and powerful one is glutathione. And that's the one that helps to make you feel really good. It increases your energy, slows the aging process, all of those things listed there. However, if someone has a health issue, if someone is sick, if someone exercises a lot, your glutathione gets depleted. And glutathione needs to be created naturally within the body. You can get synthetic glutathione injections, but they're not effective. You know, it's like a Band-Aid approach. To be really, really effective for your health, you want to find a way to create glutathione naturally. And there's a study on our Nrf2 that showed glutathione increased by an average of 300% in just 4 months. So when people say, oh my goodness, my sleep has improved, I'm having energy and it's lasting all day long, I don't have those aches anymore, that's because their antioxidant, their master antioxidant, has started to increase in their system. It's doing exactly what it's designed to help your body do naturally. I love, love, love this Nrf2 product. So for me, I believe that I had low glutathione levels. You know, I mentioned how my mum left our family. That was a very stressful time. And once I hit my teenage years, I started getting migraines. I started having eyesight problems. I started becoming allergic to cats. You know, not sleeping properly. That was a big, big problem that I had. It was almost to the point of being an insomniac. It took me hours to go to sleep almost every night. But I'm not kidding, within 1 week of using this Protandim Nrf2, my sleep changed. It was literally overnight. And I knew that I honestly didn't think that I had any health issues. I had gotten used to it so much. I had resigned myself to having these health problems that I didn't think they were problems anymore. How sad is that? And there are so many people who are in that situation who just think, oh, you know, I'm a mom, I'm busy, you know, I've got stress, and they just get used to feeling like crap. Well, when I found out that that's not how I had to feel, I could actually sleep through the night and go to sleep as soon as I was ready to. I could wake up with energy. I have energy all day long. My eyesight's improved. I don't have cat allergies anymore. My iron levels have improved. I feel better now being 30 than I did when I was a teenager. I'm telling you, this is a game changer product for every single person. But you don't have to take my word for it, because there's some incredible medical validation. This product's tested, tried, and confirmed, and studies have been conducted by some of the world's best research institutes. I'm talking Harvard, Louisiana State, Ohio State. One of my favorites is a study was actually published in the Circulation Journal. That's the American Heart Association journal. And it was the first study ever to be published in that journal by a natural supplement. All of the other studies published have been by pharmaceutical products. So I think I can put my hand up and say I have full faith in this product, knowing that the American Heart Association actually validates it. That blows my mind. There's also a lot of pharmaceutical companies that are trying to create synthetic and, medication type Nrf2 activators that would have probably side effects and are not natural. So I hope good luck to them, but I'm happy with this, what we've got. And I also want to encourage you, if you love to do research or learn about the science, to go to a website called pubmed.gov. That's actually the US National Institute of Health Library, where all published research is, all studied research is published. So you can go there and you can type in Protandim and you will find 24 published studies. Most of those are independent studies conducted by these sorts of universities. You'll find things on multiple sclerosis, the heart, cancer, skin cancer. There's a wide variety. It's pretty incredible what's already been published, and I know that there's other studies still being conducted. So I encourage you, if you're at all skeptical or you love to research, please go and do your due diligence, and I think you'll absolutely be mind blown. So that's number one. Number two I want to share with you is about how to boost your mitochondria. So what exactly is the role of mitochondria? Well, it's a cellular property, organelle within your cell. So it's not a cell, it's actually inside your cell, but it's what gives your cells energy. And it is also what helps to create the energy for your organs to function, for your heart to pump blood around your body, for your brain to work. Mitochondria is what does that. The problem is when you've got oxidative stress, which is damaging your cells, it's damaging the mitochondria in your cells as well. And so when you've got a depletion of mitochondria, that leads to mitochondrial dysfunction. And that is actually a very big issue that's linked to a lot of neurological issues, autism being one, also things like diabetes, even chronic fatigue, people who have significant energy issues. There is low levels of mitochondria, which leads to mitochondrial dysfunction. So obviously you want to make sure that you've got healthy mitochondria so that you can have the best energy at the cellular level, so then all of your organs and your body is functioning to its optimal peaks. And so our company created a sister product called Protandim Nrf2. You might get an idea of how this works, being that it activates your Nrf2 pathway, which is the production and repair of mitochondria at the cells. So it's like flipping a light switch on that is giving your cells the energy so you feel more active, alert, and younger. It also helps to neutralize those free radicals. It supports the antioxidant production in your body, and it helps to give your body some good stress response protection. It's also a blend of 5 natural ingredients, and it's a powerful synergistic effect, just like the Nrf2. So we love the Nrf2 combined with the Nrf1. It's like a 1-2 punch. But I want to also highlight this third biohack, which is all about your gut health. So we know how critical a healthy gut is. There's a big connection between your brain and your gut. Happy gut, happy brain, okay? 5 signs that your gut might need some TLC. Digestive issues. Do you have stomach aches or gas or bloating or even heartburn? Brain fog. So many people these days seem to have brain fog. They can't remember what they were trying to say. They walk into a room and wonder why they've walked into the room. So that's that brain and gut connection. Your mood, because serotonin, which is your happy hormone, is actually made in the gut. So if your gut is not healthy, typically your mood is not happy. food and craving problems, weight issues, not being able to get rid of that excess weight, always having cravings for sugary or carb saturated foods. And that's because there's an imbalance of the good gut bacteria that your body needs to help with digestion. And also poor sleep. Less serotonin, which is your happy hormone, actually means that there's less melatonin, which is the good sleep hormone being produced. Your whole body, it's an incredible ecosystem. So having a healthy gut means that your body can become healthier as well. So we have a probiotic blend. I know that there are so many incredible probiotics on the market, so I wanted to talk about the 5 differences between ours and those others out there. So the first one is that ours includes a beta-glucan ingredient. So this is a clinically proven ingredient to enhance your digestive system, but also boost your immunity. And for me, this has been massive. So I do travel a lot, flying and being in conference rooms, that sort of thing. And after some weeks of going through that, my body can get a little bit run down and, you pick up bugs. And so I would get the flu. But since using this probiotic, I've not had a flu once. Not once. Even with my daughter being at kindy in school, nothing. Like, it's incredible, the boost to my immune system. There's also a vegan DR caps technology. So this is really cool. It's a unique controlled release technology. So what that means is the capsule that is delivering the probiotics actually takes longer to go through into the gastrointestinal tract and passes all your stomach and everything like that. So your probiotics aren't lost and they get to where they're needed and most effective. There's only 6 strains of probiotics and the healthy bacteria. And I love that they're all clinically studied to show that it supports good gut health. Okay, when they're not just throwing any old bacteria in there, it's the best for your gut health. There's also a special desiccant bottle which protects that probiotics, the tablets inside the bottle, from any environmental problems, like air or sunlight. This probiotic doesn't need refrigeration. You can have it in your handbag, in the cupboard, just on the kitchen bench, and it is fine. You can take it traveling. How cool is that? And there's only 6 billion CFUs, so 6 billion of those good bacteria bugs, not 10 billion, not 20 billion, like I know some probiotics have, because this is more effective with that DR caps, which takes longer to dissolve, so it makes the bacteria get to where it's needed. So we actually need less in our product than what most other bacteria probiotics have. So 5 awesome differences of why I love what we have our hands on with our ProBio. So if you want to begin a biohacking lifestyle that's super effective, like you're not going to be wasting time trying to figure out what veggies and fruits and what exercises you need to do every day. It's literally a 1, 2, 3 punch to optimizing your cellular health. The most important one for me is the Nrf2. If you were to pick any, I would say the Nrf2, but if you can go all in, then this combination is absolutely going to be a game changer for how you feel. I want to quickly talk about our skincare range. It's something that I always mention because it's not just a skincare. It's the world's only Nrf2 activator skincare in the world. So it's got the same blend of ingredients in our Protandim Nrf2 that's in the skincare. And it's created that way for a reason. Remember I mentioned there's a study on skin cancer? Well, that study, the people who conducted that study recommended LifeVantage to create a skincare range based on Protandim because there was a reduction in skin tumors and skin cancers. And they said a skincare range would probably be really beneficial. And I know that there's some really, really great looking skincare ranges out there that look really effective, but do they have safe, effective, and natural, powerful ingredients? Are they reducing oxidative stress from the outside in? Okay, that's a big one. So there's no junk in our skincare range. It's a 4-part system, and each of the steps are designed to work together. The cleanser is really gentle. It's got no alcohol in it. It doesn't strip the skin lipids. The perfecting lotion, that balances your skin tone. So anyone who's got redness, or even great on sunburn, that number 2. The eye serum is very, very gentle. There's none of the natural fragrance, so it's very gentle around the eye area, but it not only helps to reduce the wrinkles around your eye, it actually lifts your eyelid. So people love number 3. And the anti-aging cream, I consider that like our first aid cream in our home, because it's not just about anti-aging. We use it on bites, burns, cuts, bruising, whatever you name it. Like, it gets rid of stings and itching and all that. It's an incredible product, that one. So here's some visuals. The top one, that's a boy who got burnt, and his results, I believe, were in 7 days, maybe even less. A horse, like, look at that. A lady, I mean, the pictures speak for themselves, and all of these results are within 30 days or less. There's also our hand cream, which is an incredible extra if you use your hands in an environment that, you know, they get stripped of all their natural oils, then this is really important. It's also an Nrf2 activated ingredients in it. So anybody who loves the skincare will usually get the hand cream because it's cheaper. It's only $19 for a big tube of it, and you can use it pretty much all on your body. I love to use it on my feet especially, and it smells really nice. It's got a fresh, natural grapefruit eucalyptus fragrance, which is really beautiful. So what you know now about activation and oxidative stress, did anybody come to mind when I was going through that? Were you thinking of people that you know who could benefit from something like this, from reducing their oxidative stress? Do you know people who have health issues or who can't get out of bed each day? I personally think everybody needs these products, but I'm sure there's some people that you love dearly that came to mind. So I want to quickly go through the biohacking your business and side hustle, and then I'm going to talk about, if you're wanting to get started on any of the products, the 2 best options on how you can do that. So our company has had explosive growth. You know, since 2009, for the past 10 years, it's our business has 10 times growth. Like, it's massive. But we are aiming towards being a $1 billion company in the next 2 to 3 years. And there's been some huge improvements. We've gone global with 7 new countries last year, including China, and 6 more countries this year are being opened. We just also had an announcement. I don't know if you know who Erin Brockovich is. She's a very significant female in America who's an advocate for environmental rights, and she's a big advocate for natural health. She's got a big law and consulting firm over there. She had a movie made about her. She's actually joined our board of directors. So that's some pretty big validation, I think. So if you are looking at a business, if it's any business, not just this business, there are 4 key components that you want to look at, especially if you're looking into the network marketing direct sales industry. Timing needs to be on your side. You need to have a product that's consumable and validated, and that a lot of people need. Compensation plans so that you're rewarded. You don't want everyone at the top making money. You know, you want to get in and know that you can make money straight away, and you want to be supported and have leaders who are going to help you through the journey. So right now, what I love is that nobody knows about this, okay? It's been in Australia for a few years, but it took a while for us to really get some good leadership and corporate support. So we're just starting to get some big growth happening in Australia. But I'm telling you, we've maybe got 1,000 business partners in Australia. For a country of 23 million, we've not even scratched the scratch of the surface. Worldwide, there's only 80,000 distributors worldwide in 12 countries, okay? For a network marketing business to have less than 100,000 worldwide, you are way ground floor. Like, this is literally a once in a lifetime opportunity. And I know that there's incredible companies out there, but the market is saturated. Unless you have the skills and a lot of time, you probably will not get a good opportunity financially. The awesome thing with LifeVantage is that being one of the first means you don't need to be good. You can just get started, and because no one's heard about this, you really do have the benefit of being an early innovator and participating when momentum hits towards that $1 billion of growth. It's a big opportunity. So we know the products are incredible. We know that there's massive validation and all positive news investigation. There's huge amounts of research and a spotlight on Nrf2 and biohacking right now, which we are the forefront of. With the income side, I'm not going to get into the 9 ways that you can earn. I can tell you that I've earned income every single month since I've gotten started, and that I'm still earning an income from the work I did over 4 years ago. That is the power of this industry and what we have our hands on, because people love it. It works. They want to keep using it every single month. So I've got customers from 4 years ago who are still using it. However, you can choose to work for a linear income. That's where you trade your time for money. That's what most people choose to do. There's nothing wrong with this. The problem is most people who work a linear wage and income can't retire at retirement age because you're barely making enough to get by. Or you work for so long that by the time you go to retire, you don't have any time left. It's really a flat way to be living life. And I did not want to keep living life that way. That's why I looked for a way to be able to leverage. And this is what you have the opportunity to do with LifeVantage. In a short time, it's not overnight. Consider yourself investing 2 to 5 years into building this business. And it's going to build you a retirement asset, because you will continue to earn an income month after month, even if you want to step back out of the business. I've got a business partner. She's one of the top leaders here in Australia. Last year, she had her 4th child, and she took time out of her business for a few months, as any mum wants to do. But she'd spent the past 4 years building her business. She took time away for those 3 to 4 months when she first had her son. Her business grew, her income grew. I don't know about you, but if you go to your boss and say, I'm going to take 4 months off and I want you to give me a pay rise while I'm not working, I don't think you'd have a job after that. So this is an incredible business. If you want to create leverage, then this is a really low to no risk opportunity to be able to do that. How far can you take this? Our company is publicly traded, so we can show you the income earnings that are paid to the business partners based on the level in their business. And a level is just the volume of product that is being sold through their business. Everyone has an opportunity to earn. It doesn't matter what skills you have, what background you have, whether you're a man or a woman, whether you've got a university degree or not. You all have an equal opportunity to earn big money if you choose to. If you want to put in some work, commit 2 to 5 years, then you can look at those elite level incomes, and that's a guaranteed possibility. If you get to work, I worked hard in my accounting job and I walked away with nothing. So I know what I want to work hard at to be able to walk away sometime if I want to, and it still keep paying me, because it's creating that leverage, building something that is going to last a lifetime. So let's take a look at the 2 ways that you can get started. You can choose if you want to get started as a customer. It's all done through online shopping, and whoever invited you to take a look at this, they will have a link that they can share with you if you want to get started. So you can have monthly orders, it's your choice. There is a subscription option which gives you the 20% cheaper pricing. We do have some combination packs which offer you discounts and better savings. But if anything, I would encourage you to get in on the Protandim Nrf2. That That was what I started with. That's my lifelong baby. I'll never stop taking that. It has been a game changer for so many people. If you're interested in the business side, if the thought of creating an income, or if you were thinking of people that you can share this with, or, you know, even maybe being able to get out of that 9 to 5 one day, if that interests you, then you might want to look at a pack. And these are our business opportunity packs. It's a once-off buy-in, or you can choose to start on the silver or the gold and upgrade later on and get the platinum. Everyone can come in where they fit in. You know, we don't say everyone has to come in at the biggest pack. No, you do what's best for you. But what I do know is that the platinum pack has the most amount of free product. So you're going to be getting more value for money. With all of our packs, you get your own business website. What I love about this, you know, I've been around a lot of businesses back in my accounting day, a lot of small businesses that cost tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars to set up, to not even make a profit in their first year. Sometimes they wouldn't even turn a profit in a couple of years. What I love with this business is you can get in for under $1,000 and be making a profit within your first couple of weeks. And not only that, you get a website. You don't have to worry about holding stock apart from the first pack that you buy, and you've got the free stock in it. The company has a warehouse that ships it all for you. They maintain your website. They have compliance and legal departments. They've got customer service. They have all of your advertising and marketing. All you need to do is share with people. So if that's something that interests you and you love the idea of being able to create an income in your part-time around what you're already doing by sharing something that is going to really make an impact, then please get in touch with whoever invited you and let them know where you're wanting to get started. So why LifeVantage and why now? Well, the timing, that's a big tick, but I can tell you that that's the one thing that is getting worse every day, because each day more and more people are hearing about this. So if you want to be the one that's sharing this with the people you know, then timing is on your side for now. Product, yes. Payment plan, I mean, that's incredible. You can be earning income in your first week. And the support and mentorship, we've got an incredible leadership, not only from our corporate team, who's got years and years of experience in the industry, but also leaders here on the field in Australia. We are all wanting each person to succeed in this business. So there's a lot of heartfelt support that you will feel. I just want to end on this. It was a study conducted by the Washington State University just 1 to 2 years ago on Nrf2 activation. And in that study, it said that they believe Nrf2 may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and most extraordinary preventive breakthrough in the history of medicine. So the fact that we've got a natural Nrf2 activator that's got 24 published studies for under $60 a month, I think it's going to be a big deal. It's just a matter of time. So I want to thank you everyone for taking the time to listen in. Please get back in touch with whoever invited you and let them know how you'd like to get started. And we are so excited for you to begin a biohacking journey like the rest of us.